What is going on, guys? Opinionated Hammer here, and welcome back to my channel. We are back with another match preview, and it is the big one: Spurs against West Ham. On Sunday, 4 o'clock. You can't miss it. One of our biggest games of the season, and I think it's going to be a good opportunity for players who haven't played, such as Antonio, to show what they can do and impress Bilic, because it's going to be their sort of game. We'll get onto that a bit later on. We've come off the back of a draw with Everton 1-1. Some disappointing news that Enno, Valencia and Payet have got long-term injuries up until January/February time, which isn't great, but we'll talk about that in a bit more detail in a sec. Come off the back of, well, our away form's been good. Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, all wins, so we can perform against the big boys and Chelsea at home. So expect to see something good from Bilic. I think we'll be all right. Bilic knows what he's doing, so hopefully we can get the win. Let's talk about that Payet injury. He's out for 3 months. Really disappointing to see him injured for all the fans and everyone watching the Premier League, really, because he's been such a talent to watch and such an exciting player. So I think Roberto Martinez, went to West Ham and said, right, take Payet out of the game, injure him, do whatever, kick him. And that's exactly what that dirty McCarthy did. He took him out from behind. I don't know how the ref hasn't seen it, or he didn't even book him. It wasn't even a booking, which is ridiculous. So he couldn't carry on. He's out for 3 months, and we've also got Valencia out, which isn't good news either. And our depth in our squad has just got a bit weakened, but we do have the players to cover, which changes from the previous seasons, which is good to see. And Bilic will know. I think Lanzini can do just as good as Payet can. And so let's talk about Lanzini for a second. He's been excellent, Lanzini, just as good as Payet. I've said it all season that he's going to be very good, and he's proven me right. He's done just as well as Payet, and put him in the central role now. Now Payet's injured, I think he will excel. I think all the play will go through him. Everything in the attacking sense will go for him in the final third. We'll be looking to get him the ball to create chances, do little things. And he can also put a shift in, and he can play on the wing, he can come in central, he's been dropping deep, getting the ball, playing it forwards, but hopefully now he's a bit more further forward. We will see him get a few more goals and assists, and really, really, really kick off, in a sense that proving himself to the manager as like a regular first team player, with all the competition that revolves around him. So it's good to see a youngster like him excelling, and we do have the option to buy him, which is also very good news. As for the man we just bought in the summer, Antonio, he's only played 30 minutes, something like that, against City, and it was backs to the wall stuff, so we haven't really seen what he can do. Now Payet and Valencia are injured, I think he will get a chance now. Very, very unfortunate not to even get a look in so far, with the likes of Jelavic coming off the bench, and he is terrible. But Antonio, he will bring something different to this team. It's just whether he will be bursting to get out there, he will be edging it, he will be really craving to get that opportunity. So once he does, he will come out full force, showing Bilic what he can do, which will be good to see. And it could be against Spurs. This could be the type of game perfect for him. I think we can isolate their fullbacks and get him behind and beat them in the air. They're not strong in the air. That is one of their weaknesses, I would say. So hopefully we can see him in action against Spurs, but we never know with Bilic. So let's just talk about Spurs for a second, and this youngster, Dele Alli, deservedly got an England call-up not long ago, and what a goal against France. I take credit to the lad, even though he's a Spurs player. He's English, so it's good to see a youngster coming through and performing well, and what a goal it was. He's been very good this season. One of Spurs' best players by a long shot, by some stretch, sorry. So we're going to have to keep an eye on him, stop him from playing, stop the play going through him. They've got such a good 3 centre mids in him, Dyer and Dembele. So we're going to have to be careful. We're going to have to win it in midfield. I think we're going to have to set up a bit more defensive. Hopefully Song will be fit so we can bring him in and then play Noble Kouyaté Song to counter their 3 midfielders and stop the play coming through it, because it's going to be a battle in the midfield, and then exploit the width and get the crosses in to Sacco, who loves scoring against Spurs. As for their striker, Harry Kane, he hasn't been as good as last season, to put it that way. Although scoring 6 in 12 in the league, that's still a very good record. But he got a hat trick against Bournemouth, so he got 3 of them in one game against a very weak Bournemouth defence. So um, he hasn't been good. He hasn't been very good this season, but he's always got the potential. He's England's next striker. Him and Vardy could be potentially our new strike force. So you've got to look at it as we. It's difficult to judge it because a lot of people saying, "Oh, he's a one-season wonder. Write him off now." But he's just starting to get a bit of form now, starting to pick it up a bit. Got a few more goals, so Reed and whoever plays with Reed, I'm guessing it'll be Tompkins, they're going to have to be tight to him, stop him from playing, and he works very hard, so we're going to have to be on our toes. Don't play any stupid balls, don't mess about with it at the back, just get rid of it and keep him off the ball as much as possible, and we should be alright. So let's take a look at Spurs' form. Their last 6 games, they've won 3 and drawn 3, but they lost their first game away at Man U and they haven't lost since. So in 11 games they're unbeaten, which is very impressive in the Premier League. But we're on the same points as them, so we're doing just as good, and that is very encouraging to see how well we're performing. And we're only underneath them on goal difference by 3 goal difference, so it's very tight. So if we can stick with them, I think I think we'll be alright. I think it's going to be a tight contest that Sunday. Looking at our form, we've drawn 3, 1, 2 and lost 1. So quite similar, but that loss obviously doesn't look great, but it was a one-off, I think. I think it was a blip game in our season. So hopefully we will be able to perform without Payet and Valencia in the team. Payet's been so instrumental to our season, but it hasn't just gone through him, which I don't want people to think about West Ham, because we've got other players like Lanzini who are performing just as well, but not getting the praise and the plaudits because the attention is on Payet. So I think we'll be alright in this game. I think we will be able to cope quite well. As for how I think we will line up, I think Adrian in goal, Jenkinson and Cresswell fullbacks with Tompkins and Reed. They've been very solid at the back. They look very good against Everton, apart from that one mistake where we let Lukaku through. I'd sit Kouyaté and Noble in front of them as like defensive holding midfielders. Noble, this is typical. This is a typical game he will love playing in. So put him in there and then just stick Song in front of him. He isn't going to be. I don't think he'll be match fit 100%. So put him in there and then maybe take him off after 60 minutes. I think he'll do a very good job, and he can pick out a pass and then get it out to the wide players and then start our counter attacks. And he can also do a very good defensive job, which is good to see. And we're going to have to win it in that midfield. We can't let the likes of Dembele run through because he's been very good as well. I've always rated Dembele. Out on the wings, put Lanzini on the right. Don't stick him in the middle yet. Stick Moses on the left and stick Saka up top. It's good to see that Saka is going to be fit, 100% available. It was confirmed on Twitter. So he's fit, he's ready to go. So stick him back up front, get Carroll out, and really look to counter-attack Spurs because they do look vulnerable. As I said, in the air, get the balls in from the wide positions, and Saka, who loves playing Spurs, will hopefully notch a goal against them. So yeah, don't stick Lanzini in the middle yet. Stick Song in there. Lanzini will work hard on the wing. As for how I think the final score will go, I think we will win 2-0. Lanzini getting the first, and then Sacco obviously getting his goal late on. I think it will be a very tight game. Lanzini will get a goal in the first half, and then I think we will defend quite a lot, hit him on the counter attack, get a few chances, and Sacco's going to finish him off with a 2-0 win. So this has been my match preview. Hope you haven't liked it. If you have, leave a like, subscribe for more, comment down below, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you later.